welcome to the SHAC. My name's Barbara Gray from Clarity here in the UK, and it's time to do some doodling again. I hope that there are more of us than just me. I know that our good friend Paul Church is in the building with yourselves. So if you have any questions, then he will be able to help you. And other than that, I'm just going to wait patiently to see. Oh yeah, I can see that there are people watching now. How was your weekend? Well, the sun was shining. Beautiful weather we had here in the southeast. I'm not sure. I'm not getting any of the chats. Hey, Jackie Cooling. I only need to see one. Here they come, Vanessa. Good to have your company. Nice. Sound is nice and clear. Thank you, Paul. Yeah. So let's have a look. Good. We're all over it. Yeah, nice. What did we do this weekend? Well, glorious weather. And I had a kind of a week off. I don't know. A lot of people wouldn't consider it to be a week off. I had a staycation. There you go. I stayed at home, did loads, was very productive, made loads of stuff, made prints. I'll show you. I made some prints. I made a lot of pottery. Yeah, I made a lot of pots and bowls. I kind of decided, several people have asked me about the open days in Ditton, whether I'd be taking pottery this year, because last year, of course, I sold out quite quickly. And grüß dich, Marion, schön, dass du da bist. And so this time I was a little bit apprehensive because I haven't really had a lot of time to make a lot. And then last week I thought, well, if we're not going away on holiday, maybe I roll my sleeves up and I make a few bits. So I won't have anywhere near the amount of pottery that I had last year at the open days. But, well, we'll see. I should have a few bits and bobs. So that'll be nice. Something for me to look forward to. I like making. And I think there comes a point where, you give gifts. And after a while, you need to make a bit of money just to be able to afford to fund your hobby again. And I'm sure you know what I mean, don't you? So there you go. That's what I've been doing. I've been making prints and I've been making pots. How about yourselves? I made some nice meals. Good evening from cold Melbourne. Well, there's a change. There's a difference. Usually it's lovely and sunny where you are, my love, and it's freezing here. Yeah, so no, we've had glorious weather, haven't we? So nice to be out in the garden. We're very lucky. And Dave was also, he's a wood turner, isn't he? So he bounced between making music and making lovely things out of wood, really nice things. So that was our week, really. That's what we did. I looked after Mum. We did go to the Pot Fest on Friday, which is a really fabulous festival, a pottery festival near Lewes in the southeast here. Some of the best potters in the world exhibit there. It's all vetted and that. Really, really amazing artwork. Quite something. But, it's one of those things where I see my heroes there, I see my heroes and I see their work. And I've bought their work in the past. Friday I didn't, though. Friday I didn't. I kept my hands in my pockets on Friday. Just because I thought I've got to make some, and I can't make what they make. You know what we say, comparison is the killer of joy. I can't make I can't make what they do, but I can make what I do. And so I really enjoyed looking at the masters and looking at their work. Quite phenomenal, really. I mean, they're not really production potters, but they were a lot of them were production potters, and therefore they're amazing at art, because they can make 12 mugs identically if you ask them to. No, the only thing, if I made 12 mugs, the only thing that they would have in common is me. And with a bit of luck at this stage they might not leak. But it's important that we make things, that we get with our hands. We talked about it in the SHAC all the time, didn't we? So let's get started, because I've had an idea, but I'm waiting for a few more people to come in, because otherwise I'll have to repeat myself. Yeah, Clive, I know. We've been watching it avidly as well. Keith Brymer Jones and his wife Marge, or his partner Marge, they bought that chapel in Wales. I know. What a challenge, hey? But they're great. I love watching them. They remind me a lot of Dave and myself. It's the sort of mad stuff we would do. But it's pretty daunting, isn't it? I laughed my head off yesterday when she tugged in it. She said, "It's a foot, it's a foot." Do you remember the pigeon foot? Yeah. It's about the joy in what you do. It really is, Lynn, you know. And we've said this so many times, haven't we? When you make something, when you get with your hands and you get out of your head, it's just what we're doing here this morning. You know, you get away from whatever it is in your life that is messing with your head. Get out of your head, get with your hands. You know, set yourself a little task. It doesn't have to be a mural, does it? It doesn't have to be a mural. Even a little card, anything. You know, don't underestimate the power of our makes. All right. Anyway, so I thought what we could do is, because I want to get doodling as well, and I want to tell you about another idea, and so on and so on. So we'll just get started, and then this is not scripted. I just go with it. I roll with it. So I think let's get started on the doodles, and then we can always have a little break and stretch our necks and do a little bit of yoga. Okay? So if you remember the last time before our holiday, important things first. So do you remember we said that there was a SHAC, there was a bloggy offer, and there was a discount code? I think so. And if you placed an order, let me see, what did we say? If you placed an order and you put the word SHAC in the comments box, then we were going to give a £50 gift voucher away, as I recall. Is that right? And many of you took advantage of that. But you know what's lovely is it was just the shackers. If you're not in the shack and you don't sit with us and you don't join in with us, you would never know that. So that was cool. You know, what I liked about that was that it made it quite a small pool, really. You know, it's just us, not everybody, just us. So yeah, we printed off all the names, all the people that joined in, and the winner, drum roll, is, let me show you, Nicola Pearsall. There you are, Nicola. It's your lucky day. There's a £50 gift voucher on its way to you, my dear. How cool is that? Hey, congratulations, well done. Thank you everybody for joining in. But it'd be nice to send a gift voucher to Nicola. You know, it's the gift of giving, isn't it? The art of giving as well. That's an art, you know. And yeah, I like giving things. There's a lot of joy in giving, and yeah, more of that anon. So let's have a look. Well done, Nicola. That's that done. Let me tick that box. Okay. Do you remember the last time we were together? We were doodling our happy hippies, yeah. And I remember saying to you, oh hello. I remember saying, we'll finish these off, and then we'll crack on with the hippie chicks. Do you remember that? So let's have a look. We've got we doodled this, didn't we? And then, oh, I know, I doodled it on. I wanted to show you because I finished mine off. Do you remember we doodled it on a piece of the Darjeeling collage paper that we've got? So I did mine, and I trimmed it, and I added a little bit of shade. So the shade, I did this morning. Honestly, I was like, okay, back to work. And then I thought, I'll gather up all my bits and pieces. We've got meetings. I'm at Clarity this morning. So I thought, right, up early, you know, get your lippy on, get in the car, get over to Edenbridge. And then I thought, I'll just pop up and get all my bits for the shack, and I'll do that at work today because the builders, it's still too loud at home. And then I went upstairs just to grab the bits, and then I thought, oh, hang on a minute, I haven't finished my card. I haven't done my homework. Lousy teacher. So I thought, I know, I'll do this. So I spent at least an hour just finishing it, and I really enjoyed making this. So the idea was, just to recap, I used the eraser pencil. Here we go, look. Oh, much loved eraser pencil. I used the white end of a Faber-Castell. It's still a Faber-Castell pencil, although its days are limited now. And I used the Faber-Castell pencil to get the highlights. And then I used the Faber-Castell, we've got a set of 12 of these, haven't we? Polychromos, different greys. It's all of the greys. It's for the shading. And I used the grey ones to get the low lights. So you've got the highlights and the low lights. But what I like is that vintage background. And because we rubbed out the main, what that does is, it's really cool, right? Because when you rub away the layer, I've got another one here, with the white, look, I could show you. I'll show you up here. That's my secret. See how it takes it out? Just make a little box. No one will ever know. Right. So you see how it takes out the colour. So we took out the colour here, and then so you get highlights, and it sets it out apart from the back. But you can see it's the same. It's the patterns running through the whole thing. These collage papers really are superb. Treat yourself. Oh, and I'll tell you what. So at the weekend, was it Saturday? I can't remember. I was talking to Sam Crow. She rang up. So we were chatting. She's had this really, really clever idea using the bow wallpapers, the black on white, white on black papers. So she rang up and she said, she told me about it. She sent me some photographs. I sent her some stuff that I'd made. She sent me some stuff that she'd made. And that's how it works, right? And I said to her, there's your demo. There's your demo for the open days, girlfriend. I said, you pack that up in a little box with a bow on it. She says, don't you want to show it on telly? I said, well, to be discussed, but that's your golden technique, your trick, what people are going to come for to the open days. I said, just wrap that up in a box. That's amazing. And so she's using the bow wallpaper. So if you haven't got them, get them. Yes, very, very good. I love the way her mind works. So that's something to look forward to. Open days. The tickets are we're starting to fill up slowly now, which I'm really happy about. So the open days are on Friday the 7th of June and Saturday the 8th of June. This is going to be a really good 2-day event. And what's happened, the development is right. Barbara did decide that she's going to make some pots and bring them. And we're launching something very special, which I'll tell you about later as well. And Sam Crow's got a magic trick. And I've told her to put it in a box and wait. You can't just blow all your magic in one hit, can you? So back to the bus. Okay, so we've got the bus, we've done the highlights and the lowlights, and the only other thing that I did use to get it really white, I used a white superfine Posca pen, and that really does. You see on the top here, or getting in that line there. If you go in with a Posca pen, how many can she hold in one hand? I'll tell you what, my fingers, when I woke up this morning from pottery, where I've been doing hand build, right, really nice vases. Because last year, I took about 15 orders for these things. Did I get to them? No, I didn't. So there's at least 15 people that want these, and I've made 10. But they take a long time. And this morning I woke up, and my fingers, I couldn't even do my buttons up on, when it's really hurting from overdoing it. There's a little bit of that pain pleasure thing going on, but I'm thinking more it's pain. Yeah, so this, see, I can't even get this off. Yeah, so this is it's really white. Don't do it on the counter, Gray. And it really gives you you can get in really tight, see, and you can really highlight It's very cool. Okay, and because it's really tight, you couldn't get in here, for example, with you couldn't get into this area this tightly with an eraser. I got there in the end. See, we give her a white daisy in her hair. It's really cool. And you could also do, look, see, that looks quite funky, doesn't it? Yeah, nice, nice, nice. I thought it was a little bit dark in the background there. Celestial, man. Yeah, so this worked out well, and I still haven't decided who I'm gonna send this to. So I don't know who I've made this card for yet. So I've left the registration plate open because there'll be a special occasion, and I'll be really chuffed that I've got it there. So yeah, so the white pen is really ideal for opacity, you know, really good. Isn't that nice? And what I did was I made a mat. So there's a black mat with the doodle dies, you know, the ones that yield the mats. I really like that. And then I trimmed this to size. I've got double-sided adhesive on the back to give it a bit of oomph. And then this is a designer paper, which I just thought, I just like it. It's got those colours that remind me a lot of the 70s, you know. So that's quite nice. Oh, and then, yeah, so I was in two minds whether to go, ignore the black, whether to go with white, see, because that kind of makes, forget the black. You could take the black out, put it on a white card, put the white on there. That'd be rather lovely too, wouldn't it? It's bright. So it's entirely up to you, really. But I really like these. I love these doodles. I just think they make your artwork come to life. So there you go. So that's the SHAC. That's the hippie bus. And so put that to one side. Oh, I know. There's one thing I do want to finish. It's all about the finishing tricks. Go back to this one. Right. Because do you remember a while ago we did some feel-good facts? This was all to do with the SHAC. And it was all about the different words that we used in the SHAC, like really happy day, together we are better, stay safe. It really, I thought about you today. Make heart not war. Peace, man. I like that one. Right, make heart not war. So these stickers, as a finisher, are just the ticket. There you go. That's what I wanted to show you. That we've still got some. I think we've just done a reprint of these. So these are the feel good factor ones, and you've got the black and you've got the white. These are great, brilliant. Enjoy today. You to me are everything. Sweet sing. Trust. A heart is happiest when it beats for others. Pure gold. Nice. God bless the NHS. Ain't that the truth? Right. So just to say that they are great for card finishing if you're making cards. All right. So that's that. Tick that box. That's that one. And then what we did, just put that there. Then what we did, do you remember we were looking at the hippies, and we did, first of all, we did the fashion girls. So I don't know if you remember, we're doing a craft along with this, and we did this before we went off piste on the hippies. This was F for fashion, and we did the girls. And we did them as stamps, look absolutely exactly the same as that's actual size. The stamps are exactly the same size as the drawings. And we did them in a groovy plate as well. I think Josie Davison did a really cool, on the blog, on Sunday, there was a step-by-step project by Josie using these plates. If you haven't seen it, do go there because that was really good. And we've got a craft along. We're going to tee up a craft along using this set and the groovy plate. Note for the diary, Thursday the 30th of May. Loads of people are buying these now. This is free. It's a gift from me to you, you know. It's if you buy this, it's a win-win. Then you end up with a fabulous set of stamps and a great groovy plate. And then you come to us and I'll show you what to do with it. There you go. I call that a really great deal, you know, because yeah, it just works for me. It works for me. I like sharing what I know, you know. Why keep it for yourself? Why keep it for yourself? But the point is that we doodled these girls and they've been extremely popular. And if you recall, so we went from air fashion, then we went to the giraffes. Look, do you remember the giraffes? Yeah, they're in the other room, the giraffes. They were cool. Then we went to the hippies, and the hippies was where, good Lord, Barbara. The hippies were where we went off with our bus, and then we went, I was showing you these hippies, the girls. And today I thought we could take it to the next level. See, so these are what we're doing here. Let me just show you. It's from an arty point of view, if you like, from an arty point of view. We're taking the fashion girls, which are very straight, not a lot of movement, to a bit more movement. And I thought it'd be really great to, I can't say teach you, I'll show you what I've figured out and then we'll take it from there. It's just a little trick really. But you see how these girls, there's not a lot of movement, is there? They're very poised, very, very poised. Here, what we're going to do is add a bit more movement. So you can see this one I completely finished. This one I did half, so you can see how you fill it in. And then this one I've left completely open. But in fact, it's the same girl, just striking 3 different poses. Yeah. So I thought that'd be quite good. She's got the same clothes on every time, whereas these 3 different women, aren't they? Definitely. So I thought this would be quite nice to get some movement going. How do you fancy that? Well, let's do it. So you need a bit of tracing paper, just a piece of A4 tracing paper and a pencil. Okay, have you got a piece of tracing paper and a pencil? Yes, I do. And I thought we would go down this road. Now let's have a look. So if we take a piece of tracing paper, put a bit of copy paper underneath it, like so. There you go. And this is what we're going to draw. I think the best thing to do is we'll start with the one in the middle because she's the most static one. And then these two, really, they're not identical, right? She's got her arms up. She's got attitude. But I thought it'd be really neat to see how you can change. Oh, I've got so many bits of paper here. How you can change the energy completely, you know, completely. If you had to give these girls one word, each one, they all evoke a completely different energy, don't they? Elegance, poise, but they're all very, yeah, they're very elegant, I think is the word I'm looking for. These girls, they're like jazz at work. They're like our Jazz. They look just like Jazz as well. When you come to the open days, Jazz will be there. She'll be making sandwiches and lunch. She's one of the cleverest designers you'll ever meet. And she's going to be serving your lunches and teas and coffees with her mum in the kitchen. How cool is that? I know. So so be sure to go and meet Jazz when you come. And Lisa, who's our other top designer, she's going to be there. She'll be running around. I think she's on tills. She's on the till. So yeah, you know, when you meet the team at the open days, just know that they are our makers. They are our designers. You know, every single one in that building, very clever people. Lovely to meet them too, you know. So so yeah, make sure you get there. So this is what we're going to do. And I'll just put my 2 pieces of artwork to one side. and then we'll get started. Let's get started with her, and then we can take it from there. So you just need, all you need, forgive my fingers, my nails. I honestly, you should have seen me yesterday. I was caked in glaze and mud, and I love it. I love it. It's when I'm happiest. Okay, so I'm going to I'll tell you what we'll do, so that you can see where we're going. Let's fold her over like that, so you can actually see the one that we're working on. There you go. So she's there while we're working. We're going to go in the middle. And I thought what would be really cool with these ones, so that you get the energy and the flow of the body, right? We'll draw them big to start with. And then once we've got the idea of how you draw them, okay? Once you've worked that out, then what we'll do is we'll shrink them. We'll try again and we'll bijou them mechanically with our pencils, okay? Right, so what we think of it like this. When you do this, think of a coat hanger. God, it's very bright, this paper, isn't it? So for example, and I'm starting in the middle, so I've got enough room for the other two. And what we're going to do is, there's the neck, okay, shoulders. Think of a coat hanger. And what we're going to do is come down like so. And you've got, it's like a sail of a boat. That's her coat, her top, her bolero top, right? Let's just do that. Then you've got her waist, but don't worry about that right now. Think of a coat hanger. So you just literally, it's like the skeleton. So you've got a leg coming down like that. And then this one, because we've got a bit of a, like that, okay? So that's where the knee is. The knee's quite high up. It just makes them look leggy and lovely, right? You bring the knee down lower, and you'll see the higher the knee goes, it's funny. Look, I'll show you this one. See, look where the knee is there. I even put a little arrow. The knee is that high up, and then all that is that graphic accent. See, but look how high the knee is there. So we put the little bodice in, put the waist in, put that in. You could even bring the knee up a bit, but we could do that in a minute. So then what we're going to do is dress this. Believe it or not, that's what it looks like, a lampstand, a lampshade. But what we'll do is dress it. And the way to do that, this is just, so now we're going to dress it. If that's you need a rubber for this job, right? Just get a rubber. Right, now we're going to start changing it up. So we want the shape. We're going to go like that. That's it. Now we're going to bring the waist in. So let's do the bottom bit first. Right, little waist, dream waist, like jazz. Okay, I know. Let's just get rid of that so it becomes dimensional. Right, so we're going to bring her around like so. There you go. There's her waist. There's a little tummy. It's got quite a lot hanging out there. Okay, belly button there. There you go. So that's that. Then we've got the arms. Right, we'll do the arms afterwards. Let's do the legs first. So now the legs, let's do the back leg, because that's quite easy. And we decided that's going to be where there. So that's going to be like so. Okay, so this one, now let's have a look. How high up do you want to come with that knee? So if that's her crutch, come down to there. Then we'll bring the knee into there. Right, now. So this comes down like so. Right, let's not make her too thin. There you go. And then that one sweeps round. So this, you can make this flare as big as you like. Look, see? It's entirely up to you. How big do you want the flare to be? So now you just start working out where you want the flare to be, where you want... Do you see what I'm doing? It's entirely up to you. It's your drawing. Now you've got your foot there like that. So the foot's going to dictate where the foot... It's not going to come up like that, is it? If that's where the foot is, then that's going to be nice. See, I'm liking that flare. I love it. I've got a pair of trousers like this. Very flattering. There you go. See? It's not hard. And you could actually, if you weren't doing the calligraphy, if you weren't doing this kind of thing, right, then you could put folds in like that, couldn't you? You could put what you like in. But I think that looks quite good there, like so. Lose that knee like that. There. So she's got attitude. There's her foot like that. Okay, she's got sandals on. And then this one is up behind. So we're not worried about that. That's what we've got. Then we've got her shoulders, right? This is the, oh, by the way, this is the easy one. She's got a bit more sass than this one. Look, that's okay though. She's got bigger leg, bigger trouser leg. It's all right. Everyone's an original, remember? Neck, head. Right, let's get that head in. Now, the thing is, do you want the head? You got control here. You know, this is one of the best things about being the artist. You decide, is she going like that? Is she going like that? Is she looking up? What's she doing? You control it. I love that. I love that we can control that. We're drawing off the back of like a coat hanger. Do you remember those wooden, I've got one in my art room. There's little wooden people that you put them any way you want and then you draw them. That's what we're doing, except I'm just doing it with the lines like stick men, or I think of them as coat hangers. So now if I wanted, right, what I can do if I want is I can make the head go that way. I can make the head go that way. Look, see here, I've made the head go that way. What have I done over here? Oh, this one, she's got a completely, see where the neck's going? See, it's different attitude. This one, we can make the head look down, if you like, or a head. It's entirely up to a head. Ha ha ha. Right. I'm going to make her look down, so I can, just to change it up. There you go. So we bring the chin down like that. So now let's just change it. If we put that flower there, and then we're going to do the hat. So on this one, the hat's, because she's looking straight ahead, right? On this one, we'll make the head go down. So where do I want the hat to be? I want the hat to come like that. Yeah. So you're going to go like a figure 8 like that. This would be cool. Then we're going to pop the hat on. That's a flower there. Put the flat. There you go. She's got a hat. That's it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. There you go. And then if you wanted to, you could bring that up a bit and you could bring that down a bit. It's your hat. I think that's what I'm trying to, that's really what I'm trying to impart here is you're the artist. You do what you do, you boo, right? You do what you think looks right. I think that looks great. Now the hair is quite good on these. So let's just get that in there like that. See, none of this is permanent. All of this is just pencil. And that is the best thing about it is it's entirely up to you. Now, let's have a look. Do we want to give her glasses? We can. Let's look at the hair. The hair is quite good. So we come like this. Now, do you remember this? So what you're doing is this with the hair. So this is the hat. Instead of going like that, which is what we're going to do in a minute, on this one, we're doing, hang on, let me get this right. That's it. So you're going the other way. So you're doing that. See? You're not looping over. It's like the ruffle on Queen Elizabeth, you know, when she has the big neck on, and then it goes, it doesn't do what we're doing. It does that, doesn't it? See? So it's a difference. That is different to that, isn't it? So you're going like that, like that, like that, like that. And if you're doing her hair, see, you can do her hair like that. You can just fold it in wherever it wants to go. So now go again slowly. Right, I've gone like that, looped it over, and then I've given her a curl. And on this side, I do the same thing. And now I'm going to come out that way. See, I can either come out that way. That looks a bit weird, but you know what? It's been a windy day. And that's the hat. There, looks pretty cool. So you can, I think this one needs to come out like that. I think I've gone the wrong way on that flick. You wouldn't thank the hairdresser for that one. Right. So you go like that. And then when you come round here, you go like that. Boom. Neck. Shoulders. That's it. She's really got a long, I'm going to bring her trousers up a little bit so she's not quite so weird log body. Right, arms. These are cool. So on this one, I decided to give her a handbag. So just droplets for hands. Don't get caught up on that. And then she's doing a piece man. So right down to the front, and then we'll put the little hand in there. So hand, let's have a think. I'm going to put the fingers up, so to speak. Right, piece. Bring the thumb round. She's got fingers like that. There you go. That'll do. There. Fingers. Let's have a look. I've got to look at what I'm doing first. So I go like that. Right, so the thumb goes round there. You have to look at your own hand to know how to draw it, really, don't you? So you're going to go like that. So the thumb goes. So these two fingers are the best thing, like that. And then the thumb goes in there. There, that's it. Bingo. So the thumb goes in there like that. Those two fingers come across. There's the two fingers. Peace. Okay? That one's a droplet. And then here, if you want, you can put a handbag on there. So you can hang a handbag on there. There you go. I'm going to give her a bit of a satchel thing, like a hippie bag. Do you think her legs look a bit bandy? Well, there you go. We can correct that. It looks like she's been. So we're going to go like that there. And then this leg, bring it down straight. There you go. Cool, if it were only that easy, eh? There. Nice. Like it. Okay, so we got the shape. See, and once you've got the shape, then you do the filler, the infill. Am I on my own here, or are you enjoying this? I think I'd have a low and side boob in that top. Oh, Jackie. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Right. So we can put our glasses on, big glasses as well. Big glasses, a little lip. There you go. Nice. Happy with her. Happy with her. Now, let's have a look. Before we continue with her, right, I'm just going to leave her there for a minute so that you can see her. I've had this idea, okay? And it started really because last week we went into kind of major production, okay? And so I was making prints to start with. This is all about the new idea. So I was making prints with the old printer at home, and we were making leafy prints. I spent 2 days, honestly, my arms and my elbows and my hands, you know, but it's so brilliant to do. So I was using this really old antique printing press that we've got at home in the log cabin. But then you see, this is the best bit, and I'm using leaves, like leaves from the garden, and I'm also using leaves. Our friend Mel Turner, you know, my mate that does all the lovely artwork for us. So she has books and books and books of pressed leaves. So she gave me a whole folder full of beautiful leaves. And I thought, right, perfect. So I spent 2 days printing big prints. And we're still thinking that maybe, you know, the nicer ones, we'll just sell them, the originals, at the open days. Anyway, so then I handed over all my prints to Lisa at work. She who runs our brand new all singing, all dancing digital printer. So this is what I really like, is when old meets new. So we're using leaves from local leaves. They've got to be local. If they come from Mel, I guarantee you they're from around here, right? So we've got local leaves. Then we've got this really old 150-year-old press. Then you've got me, fossil. And then we've got this absolutely the best quality printing digital printer that money can buy. Okay, and I love that it comes full cycle. So we're using our hands to make something really beautiful. And I want to show you the cards because I gave the prints to Lisa, and then she cropped and sectioned out areas, and we turned them into really lovely greeting cards. And this is what we're going to be selling. I just think they're beautiful. And we're going to be selling these at the open days as well. See, so you can see here, these prints are just insanely good. Right, look, okay. Absolutely glorious. And we've got different sets going. So we've got different sets, different flavors. And we've got, these are the bright ones. Then we've got really pastel ones, light. Then we've got yellows, we've got greens. You know, like I say, I spent 2 days. And when you're doing mono prints like this, you literally, you roll it that way, you roll it that way, you change it, you know, and it's one of the loveliest things to do, making prints. Okay, so, and the other thing is that these now, so these are just prototypes. This won't be on there. This is going to be not on the card. These are just prototypes, but this is the name of our company, Pinky Grey, that's going to be making the lovely printed matter. And then what we did, right, let me show you how. So they're going to come with envelopes, so we've got those as well. So we've got the envelopes to go with them. They're blank inside for you. Can you stamp on them? Yes, you can. Tried it with archival ink. Stamps like a charm, especially the lighter ones. You know, you can use them as they are. I think they're just beautiful as they are. But if you wanted to stamp on the lighter ones, then it just looks glorious. So in the meantime, Jazz, check this out. So this is the prototype. Lisa's printed it. Jazz designed the packaging, right? Again, so this is a brand new sticker collection. You know, I showed you the other ones. Listen, I'm only showing you. We haven't got them in the cupboard yet. I'm showing you what's coming, what we've been making. There's a method in my madness here, right? And because the idea is, I said it would be really nice if we had different sorts of stickers that you could work with all your artwork, but that you could use on these leafy cards. So this is what we've come up with. Check it out. So these are similar but different, because instead of being little strips, now this is just a prototype. This is how we do it. So you do it on, we just printed it out, then we cut them out to see what they would look like. Okay. Because they're still being printed. They're not, we're getting them back this week, and then we shall pack them all, right? But look, so pretend this is a sticker. I think these are just beautiful. Look. Doesn't that look absolutely breathtaking? And then whether you color that in, obviously you've got the black and white ones, white on black and black on white, right? But they just are spectacular, right? I just think, you know, all of us, every single one of us, yeah, sure, we like to make cards, but how often do you think, oh no, I haven't got time to make a card, especially the groovy, you know, unless you've got nothing else to do in life. Don't you often just want to send a card, just a little, see you on Friday, thanks so much, love you loads, you know? But you don't want it to be shop bought. You want it to be, you know, it's still going to be you, isn't it? So I thought, right, if we provide beautiful colored art like this finished, and then the stickers, and then you can decide whether you want to stamp on, you can invest as much time in your in these makes as you like. Okay, but so this is how we roll at Clarity, and I think I just thought you would be interested to see, and on Thursday I didn't bring it in today because I got caught up with the bus, but on Thursday I'll bring a couple of the big prints. You've seen before, I've shown you prints. I'll bring some of the big leafy prints in that we got the originals from, right? And see, look, this is lovely. So this is a print that Jazz did when we went down to do our course to learn how to do it. Went down to Bibhart, and this is one I think that Jazz did on one of our postcards, and then we made that little as well. Isn't that gorgeous? You know, I know. We are diversifying, friends. But I think it's good with the shackers, with us, that you see the process, because you're process people too. And so you will love seeing our process. Starts with leaves, starts with an old printing press. And what ink did I hear you ask? This stuff is really amazing. It's rubber ink, big industrial pots of it, costs a fortune, but you only need the tiniest amount, and the ghosts you get off it, the ghost prints, is insane. So that's our process, you see. And then we hand it over to the digital printer queen, Lisa, and then she creates these wonderful cards. So I think it's nice to see where they come from. In the meantime, Jazz is in there. She's sizing up and creating the stickers. We can't kiss cut the stickers. That would be too expensive for us to do. We could, we've got printers to do it, but we need so many thousands of them. We outsource that to a local company in Paddockwood, see, so we keep it local. I like that too, you know. So basically, it's all made in this area. Everything is made here. Isn't that great? You know, we make it here, we think of it here, we package it here, you know, and the longer we go on, the more we make ourselves, you know. I like that. I like that. In fact, I've got an idea, okay? So May, it's May. How about this? We start it today. I'll start blogging today. We'll get it cracking. And we're going to call it Made in May. Made in May, right? Not made as in servant, made as in created. Made in May. Right, ready? Hashtag Made in May. Hashtag Made in May. We're going to start all over the Facebook, all over social media, into Instagram. I've got an Instagram page, right? Hashtag Made, all lowercase, in May. Right, we've got between now and the end of May. Okay, Made in May. This is where it gets good. So I'm going to start doing a blog. I'm going to show you exactly what I've made in May. I'll show you the pots. I'll show you the prints. I'll show you the card. I will start. I will include competitions. We'll have giveaways. I'll give away some pottery. I'll give away some prints. Why not? You know, the gift of giving. There's a lot of joy in giving. Okay. We'll do some competitions. We'll do some quizzes. It'll be very blog centric. Okay, barbaragrayblog.com. Also, I spoke to Grace about it at the weekend because she's in charge of the Clarity Matters blog over in Brooklyn, right? And she's going to be looking now, Made in May, hashtag Made in May. She's going to be looking for that. You're going to start posting your makes. Doesn't have to be cards. It can be anything. You made a cake. You made a quilt. You made a jumper. You made a mess. You made a noise. You know, make something. Made in May. Hashtag Made in May. And then Grace, she'll pick a selection and she'll create your gallery with your makes. Okay? So we'll do that. She always does that on a Saturday, but it's going to be a Made in May. Just remember that. Okay? Made in May. So I think that's going to be something that we can work towards, you know, and the fact that there are competitions and giveaways, bloggy offers, prizes, a gallery on the Clarity Matters blog. We'll just keep it coming now for the month of May. Okay. Made in May. Good. So, yeah, what do you think of our leafy cards? Oh, you wait till you see them all, the whole collection. I've just showed you the brights because they're the only ones I had duplicates of. All the rest are still with Lisa. We've got our make meeting. We call it our pinky grey meeting. We've got our pinky grey meeting at 1 o'clock. And the reason that we've called our makes, so we've got clarity and now we've got pinky grey. And we're going to launch it officially at the open days. Okay. And the idea is that pinky grey is where we actually promote and sell our made products, our art, rather than the tools and the kits, the actual prints, the pottery, the cards, the artwork, what we make with our designs. You know, there's a lot to be said for making, you know. Now let's have a look. Where have we got to? Let's put the calligraphy. Let's add the calligraphy to this one, and then we can move on. If we get time, we can do the next one. Otherwise, right, we can do the other two on Thursday evening when we get together, can't we? There's no rush. And we're going to do Made in May from today. There you go. I'm a poet and I don't know it. Made in May from today, right up until the end of May. Okay? Yeah, be good. And it will evolve. I've just had the spark of an idea. You know what I'm like. The ideas, they start coming, don't they? But you heard it here first. So if we go to her now, right? So let's have a look. We're going to go like that, like that, like that, like that. I love doing this. There you go. That's her. That's her top. Okay. Now all I can think of is Jackie cooling with a... All right, well, you can always make it a bit longer, Jackie. Right, trousers. So we start here. We'll give her a belt. There you go. Okay. And then we're going to start here and we're going to go like that to there. Okay. Right, ready? And off we go. Trousers. Nice. And then when we get to there, actually, I'm going to go to there. Right. Now we're going to come down this leg. Okay. Okay. So down we go. And at the knee, we're going to do a little bend. There we go. And now just air draw for a minute so you know what you're doing. You're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger right down to the bottom. Okay. It's very freeing, this is. So start quite tight. And then as you start to come down, open up, open up, open up. We've got one more to go. Hey, I love it. There you are. Now we'll come down this one. So this time we're going to go like that. Oh, my pencil's a bit blunt now. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at this leg to make sure it's got the same kind of distance, pitch. Now I'm coming down a bit further. Down, and now I'm pretending that it's there. It's not though. There you are. That'll do. We are golden. Right. And then the handbag. Now, how are we going to do that then? Hey. That's it. And then we can make it a bit tighter. Nice. So there's the handbag. Up and over. And we finished our first lady. So she's even bigger. I always seem to draw when I'm it's funny, when I'm drawing in the shack with you, I always draw it another 10% larger. But you know, when you draw something, I know this from, I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't got a degree in art. I've got an O-level art. That is the sum of my art and a lifetime of practicing. But one thing I do know is that when you draw something, if you wanted to get it printed, for example, you draw it at about 150, 1.5 times the size that you want it to be when it's finished, you know? So if you're going to draw a letter or an alphabet or an illuminated letter or something, but you want it to go to print, you usually draw it about 150%. So 1.5 times the size that you want it to end up at. And then that way, when you reduce it, the lines get a little bit sharper, a little bit crisper. Okay? See, otherwise, if you reduce it more and more and more, the lines get thinner and thinner and thinner. And at some point, you wish you'd started out with thicker lines. But 1.5 times, it usually brings you right in on the perfect drawing tip. Right, so we've got her done. Let's have a look. Yeah, isn't that nice? And now, so the next one is this one, this lady here. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to say, right, because it's already 5 to 11. So rather than rush to the difficult one, why don't we say, we'll make an agreement on Thursday at 7 o'clock in the evening, you and I, you and me, boob, we're going to draw the other 2 hippie chicks. Okay, we'll do that. So you've got time to practice. Remember the coat hanger. If you decide where she wants to go, you do your art. You make your hippie chicks. I'll make my hippie chicks. And then we will converge in Facebook. And, you know, Clarity Worldwide and Groovy Worldwide, Grace she is policing those. And we've got a Pergamano Worldwide. We've got an American Worldwide. It's all there. Okay. I'll get Grace to blog about where to find us. And I can assure you that we police, that we've got zero tolerance for bullies, zero tolerance for unkindness, zero tolerance for anything other than safe and lovely. Okay. Because if we can't maintain safe and lovely in our on our social platforms, then we shouldn't have them. Okay. So I understand that everyone's entitled to opinions, but for me and for the people in the room, it's important that they know they can show their work and it's embraced. Okay. There are no judges in this building. No judges. The only judge is you. You judge your work and I'll judge mine. Okay. The whole purpose of this is to keep you safe, happy, and creative. So use those Facebook pages, those community pages. They're really, really potent. Very, very good. We've got lots of things to keep you company, because that's the other thing we're very mindful of at Clarity. You know, for you and you and you, and for me, you know, hour in the morning, then we shoot off because we're busy people, and we run there and we run there, and then we make a card, and then we go and see our friends, and we have lunch with them. You know, aren't we lucky? Aren't we lucky? But I can assure you that there are a lot of people watching who can't leave the house and who never leave the house and who are unable to do all those things that we so take for granted. Right? And so those people, they will love, won't you? You'll love sitting there now. You're going to get your pencil out. You're going to doodle that hippie chick. You're going to see if you can get her all sassy with her hand on her hip. And here's the news, right? When you do it and you post it on Clarity Worldwide, the others will be behind you because they'll have been too busy mowing the lawn and pruning the roses. And well, I don't know if it's the right time of year for that. Don't shoot me. I'm not a gardener. But my point is that together we are better. Okay, together we are better. And so a lovely blend of mutual respect. That's all we need, just a lovely blend of mutual respect. So what's going on this week to keep you company? You know, you who can't go out, you who don't have a busy life. You know, we're here to keep you company and get you making as well. All right, absolutely 100%. So what we've got going on Tuesday, tomorrow, note this down. Tuesday is Groovy Tuesday with Paul at 10 o'clock, Facebook Live. So he's got that lined up. And then he's going to shoot off up to, these are so lovely. Okay. He will probably show you tomorrow in the SHAC. My job today was to introduce you to Pinky Grey and to get you fired up on the Made in May moves. Made in May. So then Paul's going up on Wednesday to Create and Craft, and he's launching a superb one-day special. And again, you're going to love this, and it brings in printed matter. So these are, I don't have them to show you, but Paul, I'm sure he will, right? These are, do you like embroidery? Do you like the groovy plates? Have you been sewing those beautiful Tina Cox parchment embroidery plates? Do you like doing that? So how about we do it on card? How about we bring it over into the other camp and we print the little cards with the patterns on, and we give you a little kit with a mat and a needle, and then you can perforate the card, and we give you the cards, and I think we even give you the, I'm not sure whether there are even envelopes. I think there are even envelopes in the packs. There are. So, and they're not expensive, these packs, but the patterns, the instructions, the needles, the thread, it's all in one kit. Really, really beautiful. And Paul's going to be showing that off on Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the evening. We're launching that one. And bear this in mind when you see the packaging, which is beautiful, really, really beautiful. We print the packaging too. Okay, Lisa. Remember I told you about that all singing, all dancing, eye-wateringly expensive to lease digital printer? You have a look at the quality. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's on Wednesday into Thursday. Thursday evening, it's us two again, or us 200 with the Hippie Chicks. Okay, so we're going to do the other two. I think so. That's what we'll do. You got time to practice. And then we'll do the one with the attitude with the leg that way. Oh, I've cracked the hoedown. You know, this ain't Texas. Ooh, yeah, I've got it now. Well, I've got the first bit, the first verse. I know. I downloaded a tutorial. Don't worry, I've got this. I have got this. And when I get it, when I've absolutely nailed it, I'm going to perform it for you. Ooh, I've got to the bit where they throw the keys in the air. So it's not that far forward, but it's really hard. Good workout though. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so Thursday evening, we're going to hang out and do the Hippie Chicks. And then on Saturday at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, okay, take a screen grab, at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, again on Create and Craft, lovely Deborah Wheeler is going to be working her magic. And she's got some superb stamps that she's going to put through their paces. So there we are, you see, we're here to keep you company. Tuesday, Groovy Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, Create and Craft, ODS. Thursday night, me and you and these two chicks. And then Saturday, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, Deborah Wheeler. She's here to keep you company too. So there you go. That's it for the week. Have a fantastic week. Enjoy the weather if it's nice where you are. And yeah, plenty to keep you occupied. Plenty to keep you occupied. And don't forget, hashtag Made in May. We want to see what you've made too. Okay? Get out of here and get with ease. It's marvelous for you. Go easy. Have a fabulous week. Thanks for your help, Paul. Lots of love. Bye-bye now.